last session, we discussed features of SQL Server. How does it differentiate between, uh, you know, SQL Server release and version? That part we have discussed. And life cycle of database implementation. This is also one topic we studied. Through architecture, I covered this actually. The flow of database always will be like this. First level will be always designing. From there, it will go to development. And from there, it goes to production. When it goes to production, it becomes live. Database becomes live. Okay. That is one part. And what else we discussed? Okay. So after that, we have discussed about editions of SQL Server. Today, we are going to learn types of servers. And you have to remember one point here. Whenever you install SQL Server software, that software will give you, what do you call, four servers support, four servers that you have to choose for installation. You have to make a choice for the installation. Whichever you want, you can install. Which you don't want, you can ignore. But it gives you all check boxes. It will give what I'm saying, all check boxes it will give. So that check boxes will support you to make whichever server you want to install. But one thing is quite very clear. In terms of all these servers, one server is database server. Database server. Second is called integration server. This is second server. Third is called reporting server. And fourth is called analysis server. Total 4 types are there. Total 4 types. Okay. And one more important thing. One more. And what is it? In all these servers, database server will be handled by administrator and it will be used by developer. Two things, please. Sentences you focus. Database server will be managed by administrator and it will be used by developer. There I used a word managed. Here I used a word used. Okay. And the remaining servers are there. Database administrator doesn't need them. Even SQL Server developer also need not. We don't need them. Then who requires this? Only, yes. Now, under database server, remember, it works with databases and then it works with the SQL commands. Bas, two important points connecting with database server. Okay, and one more thing. When it comes to integration server, this is required by whom? BI developers. What will happen? Yes, simple. It is to implement what? ETL process. ETL process. E, extract. T, transform. L is what you call load. ETL. And what for it is used? To implement, export and import activities. Integration server. You can export and you can import data. You can export and import data. Okay. And one more thing. And that point is, especially this integration server is enough. It is also called shared server. Shared server. And rule for this is, it can be only one per machine and per version. Yeah. These are the points that are needed for BI developers. Who needs them? BI developers need them. Okay. Who needs them? BI developers, integration server. And why I said it is shared server? Because you are going to install that server only for one time. Only for one time. Okay. That is not needed to our requirement. That is purely BI developers. Reporting server for what? To generate reports in a look and feel manner. Yes. It provides an interface to present data or information. Yes. That is reporting server. It provides what I'm saying, interface. For what that interface is needed? Yes, for the presentation of data, reporting server. And there is one more called analysis server. This is to implement data warehouse. To implement data warehouse. Yes. These are the 4 servers. And during installation also, what usually we do during installation, usually what you do, we don't install integration, reporting, analysis. Ignore them. Ignore. We need only database server. Install only database server. Later, if you feel, later after completion of the installation, later if you feel that you want to have, only Lavanya, only 2 things I covered in it. One is about difference between SQL Server, life cycle, and editions. Okay, no problem. Once we are done with this. No? I'll give you overview on it. Yeah. Okay. Before I start my next topic, I was about to say this. Just 1 second. Let me complete this. What I said is, for example, what we all did is we installed SQL Server software, and in that you have installed only database server, and you are done. You are doing your database activities and all using the database server. Later, you planned to learn BI, business intelligence. Also, you want to learn. So now you have a facility. Already you have installed SQL Server software with only database server. To the same installation, now you can add whatever the features you missed when you have installed SQL Server software. You can add those features to the installation. Yes. Okay. Chalo, right. How and all, we'll discuss this practically. Right. Yesterday, what I said is, I took an example. Difference between SQL Server release and version. In the year 2014, I said that Microsoft has introduced SQL Server 2014. And what did you call that as? Release. What is the version? 12.0.2000. Always remember, first version of any SQL server release, it is always called RTM. That is called release to market. What do you call that as? Release to market. Hmm. Okay. What do you call it as? Release to market. And what is called 12? Major version. What is called 0? Minor version. What is called 2000? Build version. Patch version. Now let us assume through example. Okay. Assume when SQL Server 2014 was released, say Joseph has purchased that software. Licensed. He has purchased that software. Lavanya also purchased that software. Sai also purchased that software. I also purchased that software. So we all four have purchased SQL Server 2014 with licensed key. It is a licensed version. We're all four purchased. Reasons are different. Joseph has purchased SQL Server software where he wants to use that SQL Server software for Java. And Lavanya has purchased SQL Server software where she wants to use that for .NET. Sai has purchased SQL Server software to use it for Python. And I purchased SQL Server software to use it for BI purpose, business intelligence purpose. So we all have purchased for different reasons, and we all are facing problems. Joseph is unable to use 2014 properly if for Java. Lavanya is unable to use that with .NET. Sai is unable to use that for Python. I am unable to use that for BI. So we all are facing problems. Obviously, we purchased the software. We fully authorized to question Microsoft regarding that it is not working. So Joseph will approach Microsoft, explain their customer department. He'll connect to that customer department. He'll talk to them. He'll explain them what exactly he was trying to do. Then definitely Microsoft will listen to the requirement. Same situation with Lavanya, same with Sai, even I'm also same. Okay. Then they found, Microsoft found, yes, Joseph, whatever you tried, yes, it is correct. Whatever is your requirement, our software is unable to do. So might be there is a bug in the software. Chalo, Microsoft committed for that. Now Lavanya approached. Now Lavanya is unable to use. Same situation. They'll explain, yeah, you are trying to use this, so we are unable to implement. So we'll look into it. Same situation for Sai and Shareef. And Microsoft starts rectifying those errors, removing those issues, rectifying those problems, removing those issues. And once Microsoft removes all those issues, Microsoft will send us an email with a notification as well, that saying that so and so software which you were using for some personal use, now that problem has been rectified. The upgradation of that software has been made available with this new release called SQL Server 2014 SP1, that is called Service Pack 1, and version is 12.0.4100 SP1. What does it mean? 4100 minus 2000, 2100 changes Microsoft has done from the release to market, from RTM to SP1. And in the 2100 changes, issues of Lavanya, issues of Joseph, issues of Sai, issues of Shareef, has been rectified. That is what the concept yesterday we discussed in comparison to release and version. Release and version. Okay. Now, what is service pack? I mentioned here. Service pack is combination of something called hot fixes. Means those issues, whichever we said, those issues have been resolved. New features they have added in it. They got some new operating system supporting features they introduced. In that way, service pack is developed. Joseph, is this clear for you, Joseph? Lavanya, what about you?
Yeah, I'm good, sir. Thank you.
You're clear? Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Lavanya? Sai, acha, Sai yesterday attended the session. Okay. Lavanya, am I audible to you? Can you hear me? Okay, okay, chalo, right. Now we'll talk about life cycle of database implementation. Yeah. And that process will go, I'll open that architecture. Life cycle of database. Yeah. Always it goes in this way. First designing, then to development, and then to production. Designing, development, production. Designing will be handled by whom? Architect. Development is handled by whom? Developer. Production is handled by whom? Administrator. Designing is mentioned, responsibilities of architect. Okay. What is first requirement? Here you can see planning and analysis. Planning and analyzing what? Client requirements. So this is something related with designing. So for whichever client you are making a database available, you have to first plan, you have to understand what client needs, and based on that analyzing and planning, you have to design what? Database. And after designing, whatever the designing part you are going to do daily, you have to prepare a document of the designing. You have to prepare what? Document of that design. And development who will handle? Developer. What is the job of developer? Implementing database, coding, debugging, fine tuning queries, testing database. These are the responsibilities of us. We are the one who implement database, we are the one who write coding, we are the one who go with even debugging. Even we are the one who writes, queries, fast execution of queries, fast executed queries. Queries should not take time to run. Queries should not take time to process. And testing database. And when it comes to production, that is an administrator's job. He is the one who maintains the database. He is the one who maintains database. And he also focused on what? Monitoring, troubleshooting, errors related with database errors, server errors, all he will troubleshoot. And he always need to focus that never server is down, no downtime. No, he even focused that data is never lost, never performance issues, never connectivity issues, never a developer or anyone should face security problems. These all are additional activities for an administrator. Then I explained editions of SQL Server, and I very clearly said 7 editions are there. We don't need to know much about these editions. No, because we are not the one who makes decisions on which edition is suitable for our project in the company. This is also a profile which is being handled by administrator. This is a profile being handled by administrator. And you can see there, all editions I listed. Enterprise edition, evaluation edition. Enterprise edition is used for large scale application. Enterprise edition is full version of SQL Server. Full paid edition, it is paid. And it is full. All features of SQL Server are available in it. And that will be suitable for your network environment and suitable even for your personal system, single system, both. Evaluation edition has a problem. Evaluation edition is similar to enterprise edition. Evaluation edition. It is similar to enterprise edition. But the problem with evaluation edition is it is free. It is free edition. It includes all the features of enterprise edition. But the problem with evaluation edition is after 180 days, it will expire. After 180 days, it will expire. After 180 days, when it expires, it means after that, you even cannot upgrade. You cannot upgrade. The only thing at that time is you have to uninstall the product. You have to uninstall the product. After 180 days, I'm saying. Standard edition is helpful for medium scale applications, workgroup editions for small scale applications, web edition for web applications, developer edition they use for testing purpose, for building and demonstration purpose they use, and express edition is free. Anyone can download latest versions express edition. No restriction, nothing. Anyone can download Express Edition. It is free. But the problem is Express Edition is very much limited in usage. Microsoft will has disabled all the features, maximum latest features of SQL Server from Express Edition. Okay. Then today's topic. Yeah. And one more topic which I'm going to start today. It is hierarchy of SQL Server in a machine. Refer to .png file. Remember, every point that I cover in this topic will help you lot of things to analyze, even for interviews, even for your job, even for your personal usage. Yes. You say that you are aware of SQL Server, And if you are not aware of this hierarchy, then if you ask me, then whatever you study, it's all of assumption, but there is no proper, authentication, or there is no proper, justification of what you learn. So keeping that points in view, or those points in view, as well as my experience in corporate training as well, I have prepared, I'm going to explain you this architecture in our regular batch. Already I have come up with an architecture of it. The same at the same I'll open and explain. But I want everyone to involve in it so that you can easily understand the total process. Total process, total. Okay. Hierarchy of SQL Server. Where did I keep that? Yeah, 2 p.m. batch, hierarchy of SQL Server. Yes. Everyone, listen carefully, please. Listen carefully. First point here. This is your machine. You put your involvement in it. Machine, I mean to say your personal laptop. Okay. In that machine, obviously, the first layer is hardware. Chalo, agreed. Hardware. Okay. On that hardware, you have what? Obviously, your laptop, my laptop, everyone's will have basic Windows OS. Chalo, agreed. Fine, that is also accepted. Okay, now listen. Windows OS, I'm saying. Okay. On that Windows OS, you have installed SQL Server software. And remember, installation of SQL Server software in a machine is what you call instance. I repeat again, installation of SQL Server software in a machine is called instance. And rule, Microsoft has provided what? You can install SQL Server software in a machine for 50 times. That is the limit Microsoft has provided. How many times? 50, 50, 50 times you can install. 50 times you can install, 50 times. First time when you install, it is called default instance. And 49 times when you install, it is called named instances. First time install, default instance. 49 times you install, named instances. Which means a same SQL Server software you are going to install in a machine for 50 times. You are going to install SQL Server, same software, for how many times? 50 times. I'm giving you an example. For example, for one installation, means one time when you install, assumption I'm saying, one time when you install, assume that it takes some, say, for example, 6 GB of memory. Assume. How much? 6 GB. For one installation of SQL Server software, it is going to consume 6 GB of your hard disk. And obviously now, 50 times if you install, easy, compare now. 550 into 6 GB, 30. It means your hard disk's 300 GB memory will be utilized for the installation of SQL Server software for 50 times. Yeah. We don't install those many times, but I'm giving, Microsoft has given a provision. So based on that, I'm saying we can install. And first time when you install, automatically one name is provided for that installation. That is called instance name. What do you call that as? Instance name. Okay. First time when you install, this is automatically name is provided. Automatically. You can't even edit that name. Whatever Microsoft provides during installation, that name, that the software is going to provide one name, and that name will be fixed. And it is called what? MS SQL Server. And for named instances, you can have your own names. I already gave names: server 1, server 2, server 3, Shareef, Poonam, Joseph, Lavanya. Any name, any name. During installation, it will ask you, it will confirm from you what is the name of the instance you want to provide. You can make a choice of your own. You can make a choice. Whatever you want, you give. What do you call that as? Instance name. "49 times if you're installing, 49 names you can give. And then every installation may you are going to provide even server name also. Yes. During every installation, you are going to provide what? Server name. Yes. That server name is what? Your system name. Server name is your system name. Because we are installing on a local machine, on a single machine, your system name itself becomes your server name. You want to check CMD, host name, Ahmed, that is my system name. You want to check in another way? You can come from this. Right click this PC, properties. Here, device name, Ahmed. System name, I mean to say, my local system name. You check your system, and whatever is your system name, that will be the server name. An interesting thing, for default instance, only server name will be there. You won't have instance name. Only server name itself means it is working with default instance. You don't need to put instance name attached to it. For named instances, you will have your system name slash server, instance name. That will be combination to be considered as server name. System name slash instance name. System name slash instance name. Combining two will produce you with what? Named instance. And in my laptop, right now, in my laptop, I have installed SQL Server software for around 4 times. Shall we check that? So that you'll also get idea. Yeah, I'll open one tool called Management Suite. I'm not explaining about the tool. I'm just showing you. How many times? Yes. Server name. Browse for more. Local server, because I'm working on a laptop, single laptop. If you're working in real time, then you have to go to network servers. So obviously you, me will be practicing always on local server only. Local server, database engine. See, 4 servers are there. 4 means in my laptop, I have installed SQL Server software for 4 times. First, you can find only Ahmed. That is first time installed default instance. And for remaining 3, you can see you have your system name followed by instance name. System name followed by what? Instance name. Okay, system name is being followed by what? Instance name. Yeah. So 4 times I have installed, 4 times. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Just say me where till where you understood. Based on that, I'll continue. Till where you're comfortable. Hmm. Hierarchy, we are only at this level only. I only said that you have to think of your system. You have to think of your system. Then it will be easy. I don't have issues. I'm not saying I won't explain you. I'll explain. But where you got confused, you should say no. So here I said like this. Think this, think this. This is your laptop now. This one is your laptop. Your laptop. This one. Okay. Okay. Now what I'm saying, this is your machine, laptop. Your system will have hardware. Your hardware will have OS, Windows OS. Whichever Windows OS, Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 11, whichever is your OS. On that Windows OS, whenever you install SQL Server software, that installation is called instance. Installation of SQL Server software is called instance. Hmm. You are clear till this point what I said? Now listen. What is instance? Your answer should be this one. Installation of SQL Server software is called instance. How many times you can install SQL Server software in a single machine? Answer is 50 times you can install. 50 times. I'm saying Microsoft has given that facility. I am not asking you to install 50 times. One-time installation also, fine. Fine. You work with that one-time installation only. You don't need to go with 50 times installation. Provision is there. So 50 times you have a choice. From that you install. And in my laptop, I have installed 4 times. Why? Because in every batch, I'll show them installation. So every time when I show installation, one instance will be added in my machine. In that way, I got those instances. So first time when you install SQL Server software, first time, and you can find it will be called default instance. First time installation. First time installation is called default instance. And if the same software, if you are installing for more 49 times, then it is called named instances. Yeah, Lavanya, did you get my point first? You're clear till this point. Joseph, what about you? Did you understand this point, what I said?
Yes, sir.
Sai?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sai, did you get this?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
No. Okay. Now listen. Before I go further, let me make one more point clear. Listen carefully, please, this point. Imagine, first time we are installing SQL Server software. First time. And when we are installing this SQL Server software for the first time, I want to install named instance. Go. What is wrong in it? I didn't say that compulsory first you have to install default instance, then only you should go with named. I didn't say first time when you are installing SQL Server software, first time only you want to install named instance, go. You are however going to give the name. Starting first time you are installing, there is no SQL Server software in your laptop. For the very first time you are installing, and in that installation, you decided to go first installation with named instance. Go. What is wrong? Fine, very much fine. That is your choice. You made that choice. And that is that say, for example, that is decided by Sai. Sai wants to install SQL Server software in his laptop and he wants to first install named instance. Yeah, no problem. Sai will give his instance name as Sai. His instance name is Sai. And in my laptop, I am also installing SQL Server software for the first time. But I made my choice. No, I want to go with default. I'll go with default instance. When you work with the default instance, name you cannot choose. Software will give one name and you have to compromise. You have to adjust with that name. You can't edit that name. Now see the difference. Sai also installed SQL Server software first time in his laptop, but he started installation with named instance. Fine. Okay, no problem. And I started installation SQL Server software in my laptop, and I decided to go with installation with the default instance. Hmm. Am I saying, did you receive me? Like, did I say that only after installing default instance you should go with named? No, I didn't say that sentence at all. I didn't say that compulsory everyone first should install default instance, then only they should go for named instance. I didn't make that rule. Your wish. Microsoft gave 50 instances choice. Now, if Sai is comfortable to install instance by his name, okay, he is installing a named instance because he made a choice of his name. And I installed SQL Server software for the very first time in my laptop, and I was comfortable with default instance. For default instance, I can't give the name. Name will be default MS SQL Server. Lavanya, is this clear for you? Did you understand both the cases, what I said? Chalo, we're moving third level now. Server name. Every installation of SQL Server software needs server name. I repeat again, every installation of SQL Server software needs what? Server name. Now, since we are talking about installation on a single system, local machine, so my machine name will become server name. In real time, server name will be the name of the server, which is a separate physical machine, not your laptop's name. Server machine will be separate server machine. Whatever is the name of that machine, that becomes your server name. In IT industry, they either make a server name in real time with the name, or they may give IP address. IP address. IP address, text address. But text address is more easy, right? Text address is more easy. Okay. Now, I'll just give an example because I use that word now. Okay. This is for reference. I write www.google.com. This is connecting with Google by the name google.com. This by server text address. Chalo, google.com, Google's website is open. Chalo. Why should I go with that? Why? Why don't I go with this something like 74.125.24.102? Is it not google.com open? What was that? That was an IP address to open google.com. Why I should write google.com? Because google.com, if you write, easy to remember, easy to read, easy to understand. That numbers may put you in confusion. I didn't write www.google. I gave IP address. IP address I typed 74.125.24.102. Enter. This is the IP address I gave. Enter. Google's website I got open. The same thing I got to open when I typed google.com. So that google.com, that IP address got connected. They are linked. Open command prompt. Ping. Reference 74.125.24.102. Yes, it is connected. It is connected. That is valid IP address I gave for Google. Every text address has a connection background with IP address. So that is the reason I'm saying server name, because I'm talking about local machine. So my system name is a server name. In real time. What in real time? In real time. What in real time? They may create server name as IP address, or they may create server name with text address, text name. Your wish, whichever they feel comfortable, they'll give you. But 99% they prefer to give name only, name. And for named instances, because it is local machine, automatically server name is created with the system name and instance name. Combination means server name is created for named instances. For named instances, I'm saying. Yeah. Any questions till here? Anything you want to ask? Go ahead, please. Comfortable, everyone? Lavanya, especially you. You're clear with what I said about server name? Sai? Yeah, any questions, Sai?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Sir, can we first install a named instance and then again, if I want to install default instance, can I
Perfect,
do that?
valid. That's what I was saying. No? You can. Choice is yours.
Okay.
But it won't say it won't say like when you install first time when you install named instance, see, software will not say you're doing wrong installation, please go and install default instance, then come back with name. No, you felt first to install named instance, go with named instance. After that, you felt to install default instance, go for default instance. Your wish.
Okay. Okay, sir, got it. And one more question. So whenever I install, that will be instance, and by default it will be default instance.
Yes.
Suppose if I uninstall everything.
Uninstallation may also it will ask you.
Okay.
When you uninstall, it will ask you what you want to uninstall. Named instance you want to uninstall or default instance you want to uninstall. It will give you drop-down list. Name of the instances will be available in it. Whichever you choose, that instance it will drop. Other instances will be there.
Okay. So it means like, for example, 50 times I install. So I will be having 50 SQL Server softwares in my system.
Very beautiful. Exactly. Correct.
Okay.
100% correct.
Okay.
That is the reason I said, no? That one installation, example I said, no? One installation, 6 GB. 50 installations, 300 GB memory it will consume. But 300, 50 times you have SQL Server software available in your laptop.
Okay, with the different names. Okay. Okay, sir, got it.
Okay, clear?
Yes.
Joseph, is this clear for you, Joseph? You have any still questions to ask me on this?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay, chalo, right.
Yeah.
Right, next part. Folders. Remember, whenever you're installing SQL Server software, okay, and if I have installed all servers, all means database server, reporting server, analysis server, integration server. Okay. Right. Now listen the story. This is my SQL Server software that is of 2014. Example I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. And when I'm installing, so what I'm doing, I am installing. Yes. Installing. And what I'm installing is 4 servers. 4 servers. In that, integration server I'm installing, database server I'm installing, reporting server I'm installing, analysis server I'm installing. 4 I'm installing. Integration, reporting, analysis, and database. 4 I'm installing. Now, database server, reporting server, analysis server, integration server. Okay. Here I'm talking about software, database server software, integration, reporting server software. Yes. Yeah, let me connect here. Yeah, analysis server software. Yeah. Then here, reporting server software. Here, analysis server software. Here, integration server software. Integration server software will be in a folder. I'm writing the folder name. What is the folder? It is program files x86. Okay. Okay, fine. Here. Integration software will be here. Okay. And these 3 softwares are there? These 3. Yes. All these 3 softwares, they are in a folder called program files, not x86, only program files. 2 separate folders you find in your system. Yeah. Now, in this program files, you can find these all folders are created. these all folders. Yeah. Which folders? The folder names will be like this, MS SQL dot MS SQL server. MSRS dot MS SQL server. MSAS dot MS SQL server. Yeah, this is like version number also I'll give 12, 12, 12. Yes, these are the folders. In this folder, database server software is available. In this folder, reporting server software is available. In this folder, analysis software is available. Okay. Do you create this folder? Software will create. Software will create the folders. You won't create. Software will create. But the folder names, what software will create? Fixed names they are. Fixed names. You, me cannot change that name. Fixed. MS SQL is a folder reserved for database server. MSRS folder reserved for reporting server. MSAS is a folder containing analysis servers. Okay. This is over first time. First time. Obviously, default instance. That is the reason here. Everywhere MS SQL server. Now, second time. Second time. Again, you are installing. Now, when you are installing for second time, now remember, you will have second time, this is second named instance. And here, remember, second time na, and it is named instance na. Now you have only 3 servers to install. Database server, reporting server, analysis server, integration server. You cannot install. Yes. This part is repeated for us. And here, no MS SQL server. No MS SQL server. No MS SQL server. Here, whatever the instance name you gave, as if you provided your instance name as Joseph, then all the folders will have this name, Joseph. Yes. Integration server, second time you cannot install. That is the reason I said it is a shared software. Once you install, second time you cannot install. Even when named instance, you folder names you see, please. Folder names. So Joseph has installed database server. Yeah, MS SQL 12. Reporting server, MSRS 12. Analysis server, MSAS 12. What is the difference? Instance name is different. For named instance, Joseph name has come. For default instance, MS SQL server has come. Folder names will give you. Folder names also will give you explanation. What explanation? Which server has been installed for how many times? You want to check my laptop, huh? Since I have 4 times. Yeah, open. C drive, program files, Microsoft SQL Server. Yeah, folders. See my folders here. See my folders here. MS SQL 12, MS SQL 12, MS SQL 12, MS SQL 12. That MS SQL, that is database server software. 4 times I have installed database server software. And reporting analysis software I have installed 1 time only. 1 time. Default instance. It means for default instance, all servers I have installed. For named instance, only database server I have installed. Integration, reporting, analysis, I didn't install. Folder names also will explain you. Folder names will also explain you how many times which instance has been installed in your personal system. Here I mentioned, here, folders may, I have mentioned only about those folders I have mentioned which are repeated for installation. I didn't talk about integration server in this folder. Can you see the other picture? Integration server, where it is installed, it is not installed in a location where your repeating servers are getting installed. Repeating servers are getting installed in program files folder, and single time installation will be, shared software components are installed in program files x86. You want to see an operating system as well? Go ahead. This PC, C drive, program files. Here you have repeated servers information. Here you have single time installed software information. x86 will contain single server software information. Program files will contain repeated servers information. This picture will guide you. This picture. Yeah, Joseph, you have any questions, Joseph? Are you comfortable with this?
I'm searching for integration server in your system. Now I am understood about that.
Yes, integration server, where it is program files, in program files.
We can only install 1 time, right?
Yeah,
that
one time only. It will install only 1 time. And
That's
that is the
what I'm
reason
searching.
it is not stored in a location where your repeated servers are getting installed.
Okay.
That is getting installed in program files. You want to see? Yes, you can see here. Go back, C drive, program files x86, Microsoft SQL Server, and here in these folders somewhere 120 means 12.0. Do you understand? Somewhere in these folders, you may have that software available. Repeated softwares will be in program files, which are installed for once. They will be in program files x86 folder. Okay, Joseph, did you get my point?
Yes, sir.
But remember one thing, Joseph, for integration server, like for reporting server, for analysis server, for database server, as it is creating separate folder, no? Like that, you don't have a separate folder available for integration server. It is installed in some folder, of program files x86.
Okay.
And you know one thing, second time when you start installation, you can very clearly notice integration server checkbox will be disabled. Disabled. Second time you don't have, the checkbox will not be enabled for you. First time it will be enabled, first time. Second time it is automatically disabled, which means your integration server is already installed. Okay. Yeah. We are done with half. Tomorrow I'll complete the remaining half. Okay, everyone. Chalo, bye.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Right.
Thank
Bye,
you, sir.
Bye, Joseph. Lavanya, was it clear for you, Lavanya? You didn't understand? What you didn't understand? Folder names I was talking, na? Integration server. That we don't need that. We don't need. It is installed. We can avoid actually. We don't need that because that is for BI developers, na? However, I'll take one session for you all on installation of SQL Server. On that day, you'll be clarified with that point. I won't install in my laptop because already I have 4 or 5 instances in my machine. I give privileges from here. You share your laptop, one among them. One of you share your laptop. I'll install from here. Okay? I'll installation, it will be covered. Don't worry. All right. Tomorrow I'll continue with the same topic. And then we'll go with the next concept to discuss even about it. All right. Bye, everyone.